earlier in this game, and he just proved me completely wrong. Andy Shadid out of Bradley is heading to second now. A stolen base for him and another runner in scoring position for the Wareham Gatemen.
Sneaky speed.
The pitch was outside as well, so a 1-0 count on Angelini here. The 8-hitter reached on an error back in the fourth, flew out to center in the second, takes a strike on the inside corner, does not like that call.
I mean, it's just really smart base running by Andy Shadid. He knows that the pitcher is dazed and confused right now after giving up that 3-run shot. Get yourself in scoring position with 2 outs. There's absolutely nothing to lose by running, and he makes it there.
Shadid has not been on base in a while, so he was eager probably to get down to second there. Breaking ball just low on Angelini, so now a 2-1 count as since Connor Green has entered the game, it's been rough for him. His command has not been there. His slider doesn't look great. Big leg kick, though. The righty in the dirt, 3-1. He's falling behind in counts left and right here.
So when you fall behind in counts, when you have 3 strikes against you, it forces you to just locate the ball down the center of the plate. You can't try to aim for the corners. You just have to throw strikes, and that's where all these base hits are coming from for the Gatemen.
The righty, Angelini, swings and flies this one out to center field. Coming over and reaching up to make the play is Mangum to end the inning finally. But the Gatemen bat 8 times here in the 5th inning and scoring 4 runs and taking a 5-0 lead over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. We'll go to the bottom half here on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Nick?
What is finally clicking for these guys?
I don't know, but whatever it is, I'd like to box and keep it going. I have no idea. You know, they're working hard, and it's just a matter of time. Wind's blowing to right. We got both balls up in the wind, and so that's a good thing for us.
Pitching's going very well tonight, too. You're limiting the Harbor Hawks offense. So is this a confidence booster, having this kind of lead?
Welcome back here as the Gatemen jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Now the bottom half of the 5th inning, and Justin Montgomery is back in, the big righty, to face a big lefty. And it's number 30, Robert Newstrom, who is responsible for one of the only 2 hits that the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have put together. Excuse me, they have 3 hits. Misread my scorebook. I guess they scored that error back on Baird in the 3rd inning, a hit on the scoreboard up there, as the pitch comes in for a strike on Newstrom, which is interesting. Would you think that that would be a hit?
Scoreboards are not always to be trusted. If you want the official scoring, go to pointstreak.com, follow along with us. We'll give you the live stuff, and then you can watch their stuff to make sure that we're scoring correctly.
Connor Federico, wise words. Don't trust the scoreboard. That big blue scoreboard out in right field here in Hyannis. A 1-2 count, and swing and a miss in the dirt. Chasing it down, Anchia running to first pretty quickly, and they get him at first just in time on the drop 3rd strike. Robert Newstrom retired on 4 pitches as a scare there, though, with Anchia behind the plate. Booted that one in front of him. Down the 3rd baseline a little bit. Fielded it over at the corner of the home plate circle where the dirt meets the grass, and then fired it down to first as quickly as possible down to Bonfield, and Bonfield with a nice grab hanging on to it. One down here, and Montgomery gets his first strikeout of the day, which is presented by the law offices of Lang, Exafaris, in Bullard.
Well, Ancia showing off behind the plate with that amazing throw, and then he showed off earlier in the top of the fifth with the 3-run blast.
And this first pitch to Brendan Donovan, the third baseman, is fouled away into the netting on the Hyannis side. Donovan, the third baseman, hitting .063 coming into today, now 1 for 17 on the season. The lefty from the righty swings and lines this one into right field, a base hit. He's going to ground first and hold up there as a good play by Shattuck, getting it into the infield as quickly as possible. So a one-out single for Brendan Donovan, his second hit of the season. And the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have something to work with here in the fifth inning, down by 5 runs. They need to get something going pretty quickly if they want a chance back in this game. Ford Proctor is going to step in. He's also been struggling this season. 2 for 16 after that base hit back in the third. That one other hit was a 3-run blast yesterday in Hyannis' victory.
In the bullpen right now is Noah Zavalis, Harvard product.
And the pitch from Montgomery low. We haven't seen Zavalis in a while, but he is now warming up the righty out there down the right field line. 1-0 coming up on Ford Proctor, the shortstop. And he swings and pops this one way up in the air. And the shortstop, Baird, calls off his third baseman, McIver, and makes the play to retire the second out of this second inning, or excuse me, fifth inning. I don't know where I was getting second inning from, but
First baseman, number 25, Brant Stalling.
Brant Stalling is going to step in, the righty. Number 25, big tall guy playing first base today. Also struggling big time for this Hyannis lineup. This is his 14th at-bat of the season. He swings on the first pitch, grounded to third. Played by McIver over to first, and the side is retired on just 4 batters here in the fifth inning. We'll go to the sixth. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 man left for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks here on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
All-Star Game Weekend starts with a celebrity softball game on July 21st at McKeon Park in Hyannis. Come watch Jason Veritek, Bill Lee, Nancy Kerrigan, Scott Zolak, and other celebrities play ball in support of the Cape Cod Baseball League and Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital of Cape Cod. Gates open at 4 p.m. For more information and to buy tickets, go to allstarcapecod.org. That's allstarcapecod.org.
Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Cape Cod employs more than 50 full-time employees and more than 25 seasonal. Every year, more than 15 college students get great experience and support their education by working at Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod. Reward yourself. Have a Coke.
Back here, it's the top half of the sixth inning. A new player in the game for Hyannis. He's at first base. Replacing Brant Stallings is Ryan Olenek. So a new first baseman, another Ole Miss player coming into the game for Hyannis. So a Ole Miss pitcher in Connor Green, Ole Miss first baseman in Olenek. Connor Green, the big leg kick, the righty, dealing to Ben Baird, the 9-hitter, takes a strike on a breaking ball on the inside corner. Baird is 0 for 2 today. Has just 1 hit this season. So he's trying to turn things around for his offensive woes. Swings on a breaking ball and fouls it away behind him. 0-2 on Ben Baird. Olenek out of Ole Miss, a Winter Park, Florida native, and hit .272 this season. He is now the number 3 player on your scorecard. And the big righty, Connor Green, still in the game after struggling in the last inning. Only one of those 4 runs was marked on his name, however, and the pitch outside from Green. I feel like we've seen that pitch kind of called a strike a little bit a few times today, but that pitch was outside. 1-2 now, coming up on the 9-hitter Ben Baird.
If that fastball in the batter's box was called a strike, I would have gotten up and left.
And that one low in the dirt. And they say he went around. Ben Baird takes out swinging on a pretty outside slider there from the pitcher Green. So Baird down swinging. He struck out 3 times yesterday, so he's 0 for his last 6 at least.
That's a mental error. He didn't want to swing at that ball, but I mean that's just sort of what happens when you're in a bit of a slump. You just wave at pitches, you lose your mental focus.
The lefty Jaron Duran steps in. He is 1 for 3 in his Gatemen debut today, coming over from Long Beach State. Takes a strike. 0-1 on Duran, the leadoff hitter. And that one's outside, well outside by Connor Green.
Of note, the third baseman Donovan is pretty far in on the grass. It looks like he's expecting bunt.
And the pitch in the dirt, swing and a miss there from Duran, fishing for that one. And he's now down in the count 1-2, the speedster out of Long Beach State.
His speed makes such a difference for this team.
And this one's fouled away over the Hyannis dugout.
If he doesn't beat out that routine ground ball to the shortstop last inning, it doesn't start what turned into be a 5-hit and 4-run inning for the Gatemen, and this lead isn't what it is right now.
And that one outside, so Duran has now worked back to a 2-2 count against Connor Green, who's trying to settle in here after striking out his first batter of the game just now. Green, the Ole Miss righty with that big leg kick, deals way upstairs at the head outside on Duran, so 3-2 now on Jaron Duran.
To be fair to the home plate umpire, Louis DeLuise, since we were berating him in the first 3 innings, he's been a lot better.
Duran, the lefty, fouls this one back into the netting. Count remains 3-2, so he's working quite an at-bat here. This is going to be the 7th pitch coming up against Duran.
This is just what he does, and even though I haven't seen him live in person, only the first time today, it's what he did for the Dirtbags all spring.
Here it comes from Green, swing and a miss, a good pitch there upstairs. And Duran was fishing at that one outside, so he's down swinging. The second strikeout of the inning and of the game for Connor Green. Blake Sable has struck out twice today. The Gatemen have actually struck out quite a bit today.
Yeah.
They have struck out 8 times now with that last one. Here only in the 6th inning, and Blake Sable owns 2 of them. But he had that solo shot back in the 1st that got it going for Wareham. The DH today has 4 RBIs coming into this at-bat, 7 for 25, and that first pitch from the righty Green in the dirt, 1-0.
I was reading an interesting article on Sports Illustrated yesterday, and I believe it talked about how baseball has turned into a game of either strikeouts or home runs.
Righty. Outside, upstairs on that one, yeah.
And I was reading it, and I was thinking, this isn't true. I watch baseball all the time.
I mean, even
that doesn't happen, but today, I mean, that's what's been going on. We have 2 home runs and 8 strikeouts through these Gatemen batters.
But a lot of singles for the Gatemen to get those extra 3 runs there, not 2 solo shots. They do have 5 runs across the board. You need to get runners on. Solo home runs aren't going to do it for you. It's a 3-0 count now on Blake Sable. We'll see what his mindset is here. We'll see if they give him the green light. He is a very good hitter, the righty, and that pitch came up high, and a 4-pitch walk after striking out the first 2 batters for Connor Green. He'll go back to the stretch, and William McIver is going to step in. And that's not the guy he wants to face right now with a runner on first.
Well, that's the first 4-pitch walk for these Harbor Hawk pitchers today. There was a hit-by-pitch issued to Anchia in the first inning, but they've been doing a good job of keeping the strikeouts up and the walks low. Great for your personal statistics.
The righty Connor Green out of the stretch now. The big leg kick runner goes. Sable on the first pitch, and no chance. The catcher, DiCaprio, just held on to it as Sable got such a good that he didn't even, and maybe that high leg kick from Connor Green slows down the pitch a little bit, makes it a little bit easier for players to steal bases on him.
Well, I don't even think Connor Green was paying any attention to Sable. Oh, he's just a catcher. He's not going to go. Yeah, right. He just got his base stolen on him with 2 outs.
Another catcher who can steal bases is at the plate right now. It's the righty McIver. And a pitch in the dirt now, 2-0 on the University of Washington product. 1 of 2 in the lineup today. 1 of 3 Huskies in the lineup today. John Topa out of UConn, Ben Baird out of Washington. So, the Huskies today rocking all around the Gatemen lineup as they usually have so far this season. The big leg kick as Sable fakes third, and now he might be in a rundown. They throw back the ball gets away from the second baseman, Stovall. They had a huge chance to get Baird there, or Sable, and Sable might be hurt.
Oh, no.
He looks like he's really hurt over there at second base, sliding back in head first, and he gets up as the trainers come out to treat Sable.
The ball might have hit him in the gut. He might have slid in awkwardly. It looks like he's having trouble with his right hip and pelvis area. So, I mean, he's standing. He seems to be okay. He's just talking it over with Coach Snedden and Jimmy Francos and one of the Gatemen training interns right now. So, tough break for Sable. It's been a tougher break so far for Connor Green and the Harbor Hawks pitchers. That should have been a successful pickoff attempt, and it just wasn't. But I don't know why Blake Sable was dancing out there to begin with. The rule is you never make the third out of an inning trying to get to third base, and Sable has the speed if he wants to come around on a base hit with 2 outs. So he's fine now. Little mental mistake, and he seems to be okay, and we'll see what McIver can do.
Sable stays in the game. He is the DH today, so any of those subs would have worked on him as the pitch comes in low. And they're going to check swing over at first base. The umpire at first in blue says that McIver did not go around. So now a big hitters count, 3-0 on McIver. We've seen him walk on 4 pitches twice this season. And he also has 2 singles today to add on to his totals for the season. McIver, the righty in the box, takes a strike on the inside corner. 3-1 now.
I think that's what McIver wanted there right now. He wants to hit for the Gatemen. On in another occasion he might take a walk if the game was closer, but when you have a 5-0 lead, try to blow this one open right now.
McIver is 12 for 26 this year. A fake towards the plate as a pickoff attempt. No throw to second, but they get Blake Sable back on second base. You're listening to this broadcast of Wareham Gatemen Baseball here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. It's the top half of the 6th inning. The Gatemen holding on to a 5-0 lead. The righty deals. Low in the dirt. McIver's going to work a walk here, the second consecutive walk for Connor Green, as Sable remains at second. My name is Sam Corman. I'm joined alongside me today by Connor Federico. Jacob Toby is our host. You're going to get a nice Cape League update from him as soon as this half inning ends. And Claudia Chikaman, our great sideline reporter, you've been hearing from her as this game moves on. And be sure to check out the Gatemen Postgame Show on YouTube, as that will be posted after this game concludes. And the righty Luke Bonfield's going to step in. A breaking ball way up there. He decided to swing at that one as it hung. And somehow it got over here towards us. It almost hit one of us, I guess. But the ball's right there. The gentleman next to us picked it up and throws it over to Jacob Toby there. I don't know how that got up here. It must through the netting somehow.
It just came off the top and sort of trickled down.
But either way, it's an 0-1 count on Luke Bonfield, who swings and drives this one